Ooh yeah! What's good, world? This is your boy Neil, and welcome to the Master Suite. So today's guest, his name is Chris, and today we're going to give you a little review of NBA 2K20. What's going on, Chris?
Nothing much. Just came here to give a review about this controversial game.
So how long you been playing the 2K series,
Ever since 2K15.
and what you thought about it throughout the years? Which one is your favorite year so far,
16 was my favorite year
and why is that?
because actually no, 15 was the best year because other than the other 2Ks, there was like a same play style. Like everybody had like the same type of player, and you kind of knew what you were going up against.
Okay, so for the latest years, what do you say is the biggest difference between 2K19 for people who are just getting started? Because these days with 2K19 or 2K18, you could buy it for a few dollars, But now since 2K20 is out, they have to basically compare if they're going to go to 2K19 or jump right into 2K20. So, what would you say for people who aren't into the 2K series? Should they just dive into 2K20 or take their chances with 2K19? And what is the difference between 19 and 20?
I feel like you should dive straight into 20, but be aware that you're kind of lacking the experience that everybody that's been playing the game has from the past 2K. So I suggest that you buy 2K20, create an account and like experiment with that one account. But like when you're serious about the game and you like know what's going on, you should like create another account as like a competition phase.
Okay, so let's say for example, you said that you should just dive into 2K20. Now, when people dive into 2K20, what type of build do you suggest for them? Or do you, want to ask the person first, what kind of person are you into? Are you into, guarding? Are you into, shooting? Or it doesn't really matter?
It does matter. It depends on like what build you enjoy playing. Some people made a center to be competitive, but then again, they don't really like the center position. So I suggest if you have a person that likes to shoot, they should play twos with like a person that likes to like play center position. So it could be an equal balance, but it can't really be two guards. But if you decide on running two guards, then I guess you should know what you're up against.
Okay, and as far as the people who just want to get 2K19, are they really missing out if they go to 2K19 then do 2K20, or it's really the same gameplay?
It's the same gameplay. It's kind of like copy paste. The parks are virtually the same. And besides that, I believe that just the game is more money hungry. It requires the same amount of money to purchase the same amount of VC, virtual currency, but the cost is just higher compared to the previous 2Ks. Like a sweater is 30,000 VC, and that's around $10 in real money.
Now, of course, do you think that, for people who've been veterans, once the system notice that you bought a new game, that you should at least get, at least 100 to 500,000 VC or whatever it is, because you've been playing and you've been very, devoted to playing this game. As far as people who are brand new, you shouldn't be treated the same. You should be treated as, I buy this game every year, so at least we should get at least something instead of having to buy the Legend Edition or whatever it is just to get, free stuff.
I personally don't recommend purchasing the Legend Edition that costs around $100. I think that you should buy the regular version and then spend $100 on VC. Because if you think about it, 60 and the 50, which is, well, 60 and 50 is basically 110, but you're purchasing $100 for the game itself, and you only get 100,000 VC. So I guess if you want to be competitive and you mainly want to play one game mode, which is my park or playground or neighborhood or whatever they want to call it, I guess you'll be better off doing that.
But don't you think, as a veteran, that you should the company at least, should at least give you guys free stuff just by the system noticing that you have the previous games, right? Don't you think that they should at least give you guys some free VC?
They should, and I guess they tried to like convey that in previous 2Ks by like if you were like in a certain rep or if you played the game, you would automatically be pro one in the next game. So 15 I played the game and in 16 it's the same thing as vice versa. But you became a pro one automatically in the next game. And I guess they fell off with that when 2K18 came out.
Okay, and what is your favorite build?
Uh my favorite build right now, I honestly don't have one. I like to play a variety of builds.
Okay,
But
and as far as, since it's all your favorite, what do you think, or what build is the best when it comes down to a person who wants to be making the shots?
a sharpshooting facilitator, but that depends though, because it kind of gets nitpicky. If you want to kind of like dribble or if you want to run behind the screen, there's two different specific builds that go into just shooting.
Okay, and I know you did mention a few things about 2K20, and it's all about, money these days with these companies, but what do you hope 2K21 holds that you
I
haven't
hope
saw in the last few, and especially 2K20, that you did not see, that you would hope that they change in for 2K21?
I hope that I don't mind the cost of VC. I think you should get more for your buck. Like if you spend $50 on 200,000 VC, you literally um just spend all of that VC on one build and you don't have any to spare. I think they should like lower the amounts that it costs to fully upgrade your build and lower the amount that it costs for clothes. And I also think in 2K21 that they should recognize that you're a veteran of the game and they should give you some rewards such as, as you said, VC or like free VC or like they should give you like rep.
No, of course, and that's what I think that, everybody would hope. Especially if you was to go get the Legend Edition or whatever edition it is, you shouldn't have to go out and get a Legend Edition just to get, something that doesn't really make sense, because you still can't, you know, customize your player as you want with just 100,000 BC.
Yeah, kind of struggle and they're kind of at a fault because while other players are more competitive at start because they made a right strategic choice by spending $10 more and getting more VC. Um, I guess you're at a fault. But then again, if you like to play a variety of game modes, the Legend Edition does come with MT, which is my team points and all of that. So it kind of depends on your choice. If you want to play a variety of game modes, then do that. If you're strictly just a park player or a micro player, I think you're better off just purchasing the VC individually.
Now, of course, so the person who never played this game before and they go out and go buy 2K20, you would say, don't get the Legend Edition, just get the regular edition and just buy everything out of pocket.
Yeah, but then again, people see Legend Edition and they see, oh, that must be better than the regular one. But then again, they don't know the strategy that 2K is conveying.
No, of course. And for anybody who's listening, do you want to give out your gamer tag in case anybody wants to add you or, speak to you? It's all up to you.
My name is on Xbox is Vivid XOT, and that is a space between the Vivid X and OT.
And how do you spell the Vivid?
VIVID space at capital X space OT, and the OT is cap.
All right. And is there anything that you would like to say for the people who are listening as far as new gamers?
I think if you're a newcomer to 2K, I think you should keep an open mind because with the game coming out, people often feel like it's just an unreleased game, like a game in a shell. Because within the first few days of the game coming out, there's a whole lot of you know fixing that needs to be done. Like people are doing 99 glitches and like badge glitches, and I guess they tried to crack down on it by like banning people for doing it. But then again, there still is people still trying to come out with new glitches, and there still is people that's getting aggravated with the game because they're still spending a lot of money for a game, and they're still not reaping the benefits of it. Like if you spend a certain amount of money for your attributes, why are you missing full bars? I guess so. Like people tend to get aggravated, and I guess as I said, you should keep an open mind.
All right, all right. And is there anything else that you would like to tell them?
Yes. Sorry. If you're a veteran for 2K, I guess you're kind of prone to this because in 19 there was like a more of a disadvantage if you wanted to play your favorite build. If you wanted to run a guard, you would always like be at a disadvantage because there's also those those toxic teams that like to run two centers or two bigs in general, and they like to post you up or they like to set screens and you be at a fault because you're just trying to play the game.
All right, you have it, people. Now, if you'd like to add Chris, he's on Xbox One. And once again, if you could repeat your gamer tag one more time, remember Xbox One.
VIVID capital V, the first one, space capital X space OT, and the OT is all caps.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at The Master Suite. You can also listen to our podcast on Apple, Google, and Spotify.